everyone. It is Justin, your Eagle skipper, here with episode 26 of Journey to the Top here with Darlington FC. Now, since you were last with us, quite a number of games have been played, 7 games in fact. We take a look at the schedule. We followed up our 3-2 victory over Wealdstone with a 4-3 victory over Chesterfield, and they charged back to score 3 unanswered goals at the end, but we were able to hold them off. Then we faced Eastleigh, squeaked by with a 2-1 victory. Faced Boreham Wood, also squeaked by with a 3-1 victory. Then we faced Yeovil, who were at the time top of the league, demolished them 2-0. Then we went away and lost against Aldershot 1-0. That was a sad game. Nobody played well except for Reece Bennett. And when your center back is the only one playing well, it's not a great game. Then we went back home and played Tranmere and won 5-0 with Luke Charman scoring a hat-trick. Then we just recently played a game against York, who are towards the bottom of the table, and it was a very boring 0-0 draw. Well, now we're facing Dulwitch Hamlet, who won the Vanarama National League South in the previous season when we won the North, and they did so with the help of, Adam Campbell, who is currently, in real life, a Darlington player, played 73 games for them in this save, has played 16 games, including 7 starts for Dulwich Hamlet, and I imagine that we'll see him at some point and hope that he can't put one over on us. So who is that wanting Luke Charman? Accrington. No, you're not going to get him. He's our player. But this is the team that we are going to be going with. We're going to have Davies in goal, a back four of Gilbert, Annesley, Bennett, and Hughes. Annesley is the vice captain of Gibraltar's national team. He's either-footed and has been playing well on the left side with Bennett. In midfield, we're going to go with Savage, Lynch, and White. Connolly ahead of them, and then Harker and Charman leading the way. So let's go ahead and submit this team, get into the match, and really what we want is for our strikers to get in on the action at the beginning, because if they don't get in at the beginning, they struggle to get in. They struggle to get any goals at all for the rest of the game. So let's give everybody some faith, pump our fists, motivate some people. We had somebody inspired, but I didn't catch who that was, and I haven't memorized the position spots in the team talks before the games. But Hughes is able to get a nice little clearance. Charman tracks back, picks it up, gives it back to Hughes, over to Lynch. Decent passing from the boys. Hughes big ball over, finding Savage, and Connolly playing nicely with him. Savage wants Charman over the top, but it's all Charman can do to keep that one in play. He's able to head through to Hughes, who gets it up to Connolly, who hits the post. Good attacking start on this game, even though we're nowhere near scoring. Well, I mean, we were near scoring, but we haven't scored yet. But I'm content with where we are right at the start, even though Connolly just tripped over a blade of grass, quite literally there, and Bennett is not turned around good enough, and looks like he got injured in that tackle. That's not good. Is it gonna show what his injury was? If it's not gonna show it, I may bring Kwanzaa on at halftime, just because we don't want to have him running around when he's broken. But if all it is a little bit of blood where the cleat of the other player hit him, that's not too bad. We can deal with that. But this highlight is starting to scare me, because we have not controlled the ball at all. Annesley is able to close it down so that player isn't able to put in a cross. And Bennett is able to show that at the very least he can get his head on the ball. And there is our former player, whose name I shall not mention at this point. Lots of passes going awry from either team, Lynch puts the ball over the top for Charman, who's in a lot of space, had the keeper beat, but wasn't able to put the finish on the end of it that everybody expects of him. Bruised ankle. He should be able to play through it. I'll let him go through halftime. He's got a lot of juice left in his heart there. He should be able to continue to do a job. And there goes he who shall not be named. Not able to get much of it, though they're tracking back, wanting to find Charman. Charman is able to thread it through to Hughes, who gets it over to Savage. Savage into White, back to Savage, up to Charman. Charman shoots, and Charman scores his 7th of the season. All of our attacking trio have been very clinical with their finishing, even though we've had a few games where they've struggled to score. It's when they are able to get into those attacking positions, they are doing fantastic. Like that one, beats the keeper. Great stuff from Luke. And we've got a goal kick that we'll watch. A number of players wanting to get on the end of it. Harker is able to. Wants to thread through Charman. I think he was offside. He was indeed. But still nice to be able to see Harker being unselfish like we have seen. He's the one that made Charman get that hat trick. He gave him 2 assists and then got the Charman's way offside. But he gave Charman 2 assists in that Tranmere game and then forced the penalty that gave Charman the 3rd, or I guess it gave him the 2nd. But anyways, unselfish stuff from the attacking players. Great to see. We'll go into our dressing room, tell them that we know things are going well, but they can do better. Tell them they weren't bad, but they can improve. So all around, that's pretty effective and still showing that Charman was way offside. Nice little bug. Harker not playing particularly well. May want to bring Connolly up there now that it is the 62nd minute. Bring him up. Push White forward. Do we want to bring Neal on or Hatfield? That is the question. I don't agree with the... Okay. Can we just talk about this for a moment? What is my assistant manager thinking? Harker on for Kwanzaa. Or off for Kwanzaa. No. Let's bring Hatfield on. Give him a little run in the team. We'll take Bennett off just so that he doesn't completely break in half. And we may end up bringing Ealing on for Gilbert in 10 minutes time, but for now we're going to stick with what we've got, and Gilbert is continuing to play poorly. So I think that switch is in the cards. Kwanzaa playing really out of position. Where is Hughes? There's Hughes. Hughes, that's your man. Puts in a nice little tackle, but excuse me, that was dangerous effort. Let's go ahead and take Gilbert off for Ealing. Ealing is the left-footed right back that I'm giving some time on the left to try to turn him into a really good utility man on the bench. Charman, what is his hand doing? He's just got both of his fists on his hips and is running forward in a very aggressive way. But Davies able to get a nice stop there, and they're still on the attack. Hatfield does show his experience getting that ball almost out to the through line, and then once again forcing a throw in. 10 minutes left in the game. Quite a number of players are tiring. I am going to give some rests for the team over the next training match, because we are getting a settled team, which is good that they're able to start to learn how to play with each other, but is bad in that they're going to start getting really tired. And Ealing is really out of position, but isn't punished for it, which is good, I guess. But there we are, getting punished at the end of that play. In the 91st minute, they score a equalizer. let's fire them up for the last few minutes. Ended the game. Tell them I'm not happy with their performance. Yeah, we really should be expecting more if we are to continue our promotion push, because I forgot to mention we are top of the league. We're 1 point ahead of Hartlepool, and we have a goal difference advantage of them of 1 goal. Goodness, can't get my words out. But Reece Bennett only going to be up for a couple days. Probably will miss that Kings Lynn match coming up next. Savage is jaded. Could do with a rest. I'm just going to rest him myself. And I think the next game that we're going to come back for is this FA Cup 4th qualifying round game in the middle of October. And then, yeah, that will be tomorrow's episode. So if you enjoyed today's episode, go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment if you'd like to name one of our new youth intake players, and subscribe if you'd like to continue to join us on our journey to the top.